Okay, so I'm going to orient you guys to the data. I have opened the seagrass data file that I have emailed you. I have emailed you the seagrass data file as well as the guidelines for the lab report, and I also have posted them as well as the sediment analysis stuff on Moodle. But so if you look, the first column A, we have the transects 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then in B, we have the meters. This is going to be the distance from the shoreline, so our 15 and 25. And notice that I have sorted the data so that you've got your 3 transects that are 15 on top of those that are 25. And when you go ahead and you actually look at the data, you can go ahead and be like, okay, the first 3 lines are the 15, and the second 3 line, or the second set of 3 lines are 25. So you can roughly kind of look at the numbers and kind of get a feel for what sort of differences you might have. Then we have the depth, the temperature, and the salinity. And later on, we're going to talk about the fact like they're just going to take averages and standard errors of those things. If we go ahead and we continue, let me see. We have the wet weight of the sediment, the dry weight of the sediment. And then we have our different amounts in grams of each one of our sieves. And then you'll notice after that it says mean grain size and sorting. And should I add a column for median grain size? I think I'm supposed to add a column for medium grain size, so you might want to do that as well. So I'm going to insert a column right now, and you should do the same for median grain size.
A new column.
That's right. So now we have, I believe, median, mean, and sorting.
Shift cells right. Nice. Okay.
So those 3 things we're going to have to calculate by making some graphs.
Wait. I think I just messed everything up.
You said it was grass. Like, the hell you
So
widen
we
it?
insert the median
No,
column
like
next
it
to the
moved
mean
all
Yes.
of my data
on
over.
the left.
Sure.
Oh, but now
Sounds
you're-
good to me.
Like it gave me a new this, but it moved everything over.
Median grain size.
Mm-hmm. Instead of mean. So you're going to have both the median and the mean.
No, that's right.
No, that's not right.
Oh, yeah, you're... No.
Wait. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, sure?
Yeah.
I
No,
don't think so. It's not.
I don't know.
Because there's nothing there. Why would that not have a title?
You're right. I don't know what just happened.
I'm not
I'm
really
bowing out of
sure
this one.
either.
God damn it, Julie.
All right, so do you have the rest of your data to look at?
Sort of. It's jumbled. Just
Do you want to
keep-
come
yeah.
and look at this?
Nope, we're fine. Everything's fine.
Okay,
Everything's fine.
okay.
Keep it later.
I'm just gonna move it. Just like that, like this.
I should have stopped the video. Oh well. Okay.
Thank you, Julie.
Okay, so we're going to move on. All right, so after you calculate those things, then we also have in our spreadsheet the percent of rhizophytic algae, the percent of seagrass, and the percent of sand. And then we have our the number of shoots of turtle grass, shoots of manatee grass, shoots of shoal grass. And then we have the wet weight of the roots and the dry weight of the roots, and then the wet weight of the shoots and the dry weight of the shoots that we took. And those were from our cores, if you recall. Then we get into some of our animal information. We have our epifauna species. So here you can see the type of taxa that we had one gastropod, 2 bivalves, 1 gastropod, 1 tunicate, when we actually got animals. And then after that, you'll see a column for epifauna abundance. So we just took the total number of animals that we found, And then we have the number for taxa richness. When I talk about richness, we're talking about the number of something. So often you'll hear about species richness, and that will be the number of species you have. But here, because we weren't actually identifying species, but just simply identifying taxa, we have the taxa richness. So if you take a look at the taxa richness, we have first, number one, for instance, 1 gastropod, and then while we had 2 bivalves in the second core, so we have a total of 2 for abundance, we only have 1 for the taxa richness because we had bivalves. We had only bivalves. We had 1 gastropod, and then we had 1 tunicate. If you then move to the right, then we have our in-fauna species, and again we have the types of species and the number that we have. Then we have again our in-fauna abundance. So you can see, for instance, while we had 1 bivalve and 1 polychaete, we've got a total of 2 because we had 2 animals. And then we also for that had 2 for our taxa richness because we had 2 different animals. If you look down further, you see we have 1 bivalve and 2 amphipods, and we had 3 animals total, but we only had 2 types of animal, so that's why it says 2 for richness. Does everybody understand that? Okay. And then we have our fish activity, and so again, that would be the number of fish that passed through our screen that were, in theory, different fish. So these are our data, and now I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about what you want to do with these data.